This is Bill at Highland Hill Farm. I want to give everyone a little opportunity to help with the census. But first, you want to make sure that you're dealing with a real census taker. So when the government sends you a letter saying, hey, you know, how many people are in your house? Don't answer it. How do you know it's from the government? Okay? So if they want to show up at your house, the next thing I want you to do is make sure that they have, you know, a card on them that says census taker, blah, blah, blah. And now, do they have a permit from your township or your municipality or your area to solicit? And if they don't, then you better go get that permit, you know, because you want to treat everybody fairly and equally. Now, the next thing I want to make sure you do when they come is when they come to the door and they have all their permits and they have all their paperwork, you want to ask them, have you been tested to make sure that you're not a pervert? How do you know that the government doesn't send a pervert out to your house? You should have them provide documentation showing that they are not perverted. You can demand this before they come on your property, because this is called equal justice under the law. Because, now listen to this idea. When your kids go to school, anybody that works at the school has to be tested to make sure they're not perverted. So, when somebody comes to your house where your children are, you can have the same requirements as if they have at a school for the protection of your children. So you can ask, where's your paperwork and documentation showing that you're not perverted? Okay, that's a legitimate question. Now, they may want to know how many flush toilets you have in your house. Hey, what does that have to do with the census? The census is to determine how many people are living at your property. I wouldn't give them that information, but if you have to, tell them you have 50 toilets. The hell, you know, you have a lot of buckets in your house, don't you? Well, each bucket can count as a toilet. Now, they also want to know how many sinks you have in your house. Well, you have 1,000 sinks. You know, wash bowls can count as a sink, so you probably have a lot of those. They also want to know how many refrigerators you have. What difference does it make to the government whether you have one refrigerator or 100? So tell them you have 100. But you don't have to tell them anything until, you know, you tell them, hey, you know, maybe you should come back on the second Tuesday of each month, just like, you know, the township makes me, you know, if I want to talk to the township, I got to go into the second Tuesday of every month at 8 o'clock, at 8 p.m. or some bullshit thing like that. Let them do their homework. After all, these are government workers. They work for you. So don't worry about taking up their time. They get paid by the hour. You're helping them. They're going to take you out to lunch if you really want it. And the next thing is, just remember, why answer any questions at all? Just say you don't know hable or no fala. You know, let them bring a translator. You know, tell them you speak Ebonics. I don't care. Just why help the government? They're not going to be helping you. Believe me, all they're going to be doing in the next couple of years is taking money out of your pocket and my pocket. So let's just slow them down so that they can't get to doing what they really want to do, and that's tax the living bejabbers out of you. Thank you.
Good. Alright, today we're going to be selling some saws of ours, and we're going to start out with the one on the wall, which is about a 5 foot to 6 foot tall 2-man hand saw, which is really nice condition. Moving over a little bit more, we have some more 1-man saws. There's a couple smaller ones and another nice ornamental one. And on the floor we have table saws. We actually had 3 of them. These 2 are not uncovered yet. But we have this one over here, which is uncovered. And finally we have a radial arm saw. All for sale. Give us a call at 215-651-8329. These are our Japanese red maples that we have. We'll be digging these in the spring. As you can see, I'm about 6 foot tall. If I stand next to it, well, yeah, even in the snow, if I go through the snow, they are a pretty tall red maple, and in the spring they'll even be growing even more. If you would like, give us a call at 215-651-8329. Thank you.
These are some examples of our Japanese red maples that we sell at Highland Hill Farm. They do come in a variety of colors and sizes, as well as forms. Some of them are more open with more branching. Some of them are just straight up. We have small seedlings that we have transplanted into pots so that you can buy a cheap one, and we have some that are a little bit larger, like 3 to 4 foot high, and then we have, of course, have some that are 5 to 6 to 7 foot high that we can dig by balling and burlapping them for you. We also can deliver and install these for you. We grow many different varieties. If you stop by our farm, we'd be glad to show you some. 215-651-8329. These are some of the many different types of trees we have available at Highland Hill Farm. Properly placed landscaping can help you cut your heating and cooling costs. Let us help you design a windbreak, a barrier, or a screen to do just that. Give us a call at 215-651-8329. It's no cost to you for planning. We do this all the time for our customers. We supply different kinds of screens and buffers depending upon your location and the characteristics of your location, i.e., do you have deer? Is it open? Is it sunny? Is it wet? So give us a call at 215-651-8329 so we can help you with your selection. Thank you.